everyone, and welcome back to EnglishPodUp. I'm Emma, your English teacher, and today we will learn how to agree and disagree politely in English.
Hello everyone, I'm Leo, and I want to practice how to respond in conversations naturally and politely.
Before we start, please subscribe to EnglishPodUp, like this episode, and share it with your friends. It really helps us create more useful lessons for learners like you.
Yes, thank you for supporting EnglishPodUp. Every like and share is important.
Today's lesson is practical. We will learn how to agree, partially agree, and politely disagree in everyday conversations.
That sounds very useful. I sometimes don't know how to disagree politely.
Exactly. Let's start with agreeing. A simple way to agree is, I agree, or you're right.
I agree. You're right.
Perfect. You can also say, exactly, or that's true.
Exactly. That's true.
Great. Now let's practice a short dialogue. Hi, Leo. I think exercising every day is very important.
I agree. It helps us stay healthy and feel energetic.
Perfect. That sounds natural. Now let's practice partially agreeing.
Okay.
You can say, I see your point, but, or that's true, however.
I see your point, but I think relaxing is also important. That's true, however, sleeping well is important too.
Excellent. Now let's practice a short dialogue.
Okay.
Hi, Leo. I think coffee is better than tea.
That's true. However, I prefer tea sometimes. I see your point, but I like coffee more in the morning.
Perfect. Very polite and natural. Now let's practice disagreeing politely.
That is sometimes difficult.
You can say, I'm not sure I agree, or I see it differently, or I understand, but I think.
I'm not sure I agree. I see it differently. I understand, but I think reading books is better than watching TV.
Excellent. Now let's practice a full conversation. Hi, Leo. I think online learning is easier than classroom learning.
I see your point, but I think classroom learning helps with speaking more. That's true. However, online learning is more flexible.
Perfect. You used polite phrases to agree and disagree naturally. Now let's practice agreeing with enthusiasm.
Okay.
You can say absolutely or definitely or I couldn't agree more.
Absolutely. Definitely. I couldn't agree more.
Very good. Now let's practice using examples to support your opinion. You can say, for example, or because.
I couldn't agree more. For example, I always take notes during class. Absolutely, because practicing every day really helps improve skills.
Excellent. Now let's practice a friendly disagreement dialogue.
Okay,
Hi, Leo. I think pizza is healthier than burgers.
I see your point, but I think burgers are okay in moderation. That's true. However, pizza has a lot of cheese and can be heavy.
Perfect. You were polite and natural. Now let's practice asking for opinions politely.
Okay,
You can say, what do you think? Do you agree? Can I ask your opinion?
what do you think about this book? Do you agree with this idea? Can I ask your opinion about online learning?
Very good. Now let's practice responding in longer sentences. I think this book is very interesting. I agree with you, and I also like the examples in the book. I see your point, but I think it could be longer. Now let's practice a dialogue with agreeing and disagreeing naturally.
Okay,
Hi, Leo. I think learning English with movies is the best way.
I see your point, but I think practicing speaking with friends is just as important. That's true, however. Movies help with listening and pronunciation.
Perfect. That is natural. Now let's practice some short listener exercises.
Okay,
Listeners, repeat these sentences aloud. I agree. I see your point, but I think. That's true, however. I'm not sure I agree. I see it differently. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
I agree. I see your point, but I think practicing daily is very helpful. That's true, however. Listening is also important. I'm not sure I agree. I see it differently. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
Excellent. Now let's practice a longer conversation with multiple opinions. Hi, Leo. I think exercising in the morning is better than in the evening.
I see your point, but I like evening workouts because it helps me relax after work. That's true. However, morning workouts make me more active during the day.
Very good. Now let's practice one last dialogue with friendly disagreement.
Okay,
Hi, Leo. I think tea is better than coffee.
I see it differently. I like coffee more in the morning, but I agree tea is nice in the afternoon. Absolutely. That makes sense.
Perfect. Now, listeners, answer this question in English. Do you agree or disagree with your friend's opinion? Use polite phrases and give your reasons.
You can say, I agree with my friend because it is helpful. I see your point, but I think it is different. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
Exactly. Practice agreeing and disagreeing politely every day. Friendly conversations become natural when you are clear, polite, and respectful.
Thank you, Emma. I feel more confident responding in conversations now.
You're welcome. And thank you to all our listeners.
Please subscribe to EnglishPodUp, like this episode, and share it with other learners.
Keep practicing agreeing and disagreeing politely. See you next time.
Goodbye, everyone.